Okay. So, how many factories do we need? Oh, right, it doesn't tell you. Bad AI. Bad UI, rather. Yeah, so the Northern Theater, it's still got supply issues. Why is there a... Poland seeks Baltic cooperation. Oh, damn you, Poland. Positive heroism, good. Progress Cult is going to reduce our research time by 5%, which is excellent. And it's going to lead us to the extra research slot as well. So we don't need all these divisions over here, actually. Especially, we don't need the Mechanized Corps over here. Yes, Corps. And I wish, really wish that the AI would keep, or rather stop, redeploying things back up here once I redeploy them down here. In fact, I may actually need to have one part of the front... Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. And to have one part of the front be the important part of the front with all of the good divisions. So I'm actually just going to delete this. Oh, okay. So I'm going to take the good divisions, aka these ones. We have 6 selected, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16. Actually, I would like it to be a little bit less than that so that I can redeploy some extra troops once the war is starting. In a way that's like ad hoc, like, yeah, you get what I mean. And they're going to be over here. They're going to be the main striking force. No, I shouldn't have done that. They're going to be the main striking force under a new general. I'm going to put Trukov on because he's got to learn some skills. And they're going to be here. Their offensive plan is going to be here. Because that is where Finnish things are useful to take. The rest of the divisions are really shitty fortified region type troops. Some of which are good where they are. So I'm going to leave them there. Some of those other ones are HQs and the likes, which aren't really that useful, but some of them may actually be decent to hold the front, such as these NKVD divisions should be decent. Actually, what does the Ukreplenie Rayon? They're actually a little bit better to hold an area than the NKVD divisions, but oh well. And then the Siberian Cavalry Division. And they're going to hold the northern part of the front, just as a defensive measure. If the Finns push in over there, it's really no problem. Obviously the HQs should not be there. The HQs in this mod are essentially just a cosmetic / roleplay thing. And this is an Ukreplenie Rayon. Okay, okay. Okay, that's fine. So that's a little bit of a better organization for the Northern Front. And it's going to put most divisions over here. Why? I mean, I would really like to... That does piss me off a little bit. Swap places, please. We've also got quite a lot of divisions in reserve, so we can reinforce that area as we please. In fact, we can probably make a separate army over here in the Karelian Isthmus. Wait, is this the Karelian Isthmus? Well, it's definitely an isthmus, but I'm not sure if it's the Karelian one. Defense in depth, we've got a research bonus for deep battle, large front operations, so we're going to take that very quickly. Now, our divisions are starting to get better in terms of trained army command. So with more than 2,000 pieces of HQ equipment available, it activates a new national spirit affecting army organization and battle plans. So from, obviously over here with minus 10% organization, minus 10% planning speed, and plus 8% training time, we're going to receive a new modifier with, where is it? Okay, here. +5, +5, and 4%. So we have reduced our training time by 4%, and we have increased our organization and planning speed by 15%. Which is obviously very, very good. What the fuck? Monarchism? Okay. Oleg Romanov. Well... Okay. So I'm guessing you can have monarchism. I'm not even sure as to how you actually gain that, because there's no... Yeah, no. Whatever. There's no actual advisor to gain monarchism support, so that's okay. Okay, over here, so we're going to have... machine tools be completed, and we can go for construction. Okay. Tool maintenance. Okay. And we can... Okay, Japanese build-up and Chinese border, that doesn't matter. Can we get skills and training? We can. So Japan has declared war on China, and we've got a new national focus with the German-Soviet treaty. Okay, so that's obviously going to be good for reducing ahead-of-time penalty for medium tank models. So the next medium tank model... Well, if it even gives it to this one... Because I have the terrible, terrible feeling that it's going to give it over here to the medium tank line over here, the generic one, instead of the faction one. We're going to give the fascist weapons to crush the proletariat. Wow! Okay. For some reason, that will give us scientist effect. And that's obviously because otherwise you'd not take it all the time. I mean, it does give you a reduction on certain things, so I don't feel like that's for balance reasons. That's just weird. Okay, so let's do it. Of course. Oh no, it actually... Yeah, it has, okay. It just doesn't show up. Wait, no. What? Okay, no. Okay, good. So it is available to research. So we're actually going to research this 34 after the radio, which in 1937 may be a little bit early, but that's, I guess, the perks of Hearts of Iron sometimes. So we can actually send divisions over to China. Can we still send only 5? 12. Wow, we can actually crush Japan easily. So that's going to be pretty good, actually, because of the fact that... Interesting. So we're actually going to have these 5, along with some other divisions that are in decent shape. We're just going to look around our army for those such divisions. These ones seem to be okay. What about Poland? Wow, we have some shitty troops in Poland now, do we? Okay, so... We're going to have the... Alright, this one needs to be changed into motorized. We don't have the equipment yet, though. Okay, So we're just going to go by the ones that are better off in terms of equipment. So, okay, these mechanized corps. So we're up to 7. Then these divisions. We're up to 10. And then I guess a couple of infantry divisions. To check out if our new infantry division model, I guess, works. I'm not even really sure as to which ones. Okay, so it looks like the 46th and 31st are very well off on the equipment comparatively to our other ones. So we'll send those. And I guess it actually does. Okay, so let's try sending them with Chuikov, because with 12 divisions, they should be able to get some decent experience. And we'll send them over to China. In fact, we can send some over to China, and we can send some over to Communist China once they take the United Front. So that's going to be decent. Okay. So we can have a huge amount of divisions fighting in China. Though they may have not taken the United Front, actually. Especially because Shanxi over here... Okay, so lowers penalty from officers purge. Especially because Shanxi is not being annexed by China and Communist China. Okay, so it lowered the penalty from officers purged again, which is now very much negligible. And it will be removed on the 3rd of March 1938. So we actually don't need to... Oh, we've got a national thing. Okay, so we'll go for the socialist science, which is going to give us a huge amount of recruitable population for the Soviet Union. Whoa! Wow, Japan is actually advancing really quickly. I'm guessing Japan got a little bit of a buff in this game, so it looks like our troops will be needed to turn back the tide. And, yep, the Chinese communists have joined the war. Okay, so we're going to send them volunteers as well. We can only send 4 to them, obviously, because we've sent a huge amount as well to the nationalists, so probably there's some modifier reducing that. So let's pick out some divisions to send. The Red Banner Rifle Division looks decent. 14th Rifle Division, 18th Rifle Division, along with perhaps a Mountain Division, because the terrain they're going to be fighting in is fairly shitty. So perhaps the 4th Turkestan Mountain Infantry Division. Oh, there is one here too, and there is one, the Kafkaz. Okay, so the Caucasus Division is going to also go, and the commander is going to be someone good. Probably Konyev, maybe Vasilyevsky, maybe Vatutin. Vatutin, because he needs to get a level of skill. And since he's skill free, he should get skill pretty quickly. So we'll send them. We should be able to turn the tide of the war in the favor of the Chinese with all of our divisions out there. So they're going to take quite a bit to actually get there, a couple of weeks. And once they're in, we're going to slow down and use them. Okay, so they have arrived in Shanghai, and that's great. Now, okay, so we are going to be able to form a pretty decent front with our 12 divisions. And we're going to try to make it so we're going to be able to encircle the Japanese in Shandong over here. And then we're going to get our forces in Communist China as well in a few weeks. So that's not going to be great for our supply, probably, because the infrastructure in China is notoriously low. Actually, in the coast, it's pretty decent. 5 in Shanghai. And in Henan, it's 5 also, so actually pretty fine. Doable. Okay, so we've got some divisions readying to get near the front. And there's actually a garrison over here, so we can crush those with our light tanks once they regain some more organization. So we're sending all those. Okay, so we want to encircle these cavalry divisions as quickly as possible. And the Vyatskaya, the division from Vyatsk, I'm guessing it's a city. Okay, so we're about to be ready. We can try to attack the garrison division. Looks like it's going to be pretty easy. They have some pretty decent attack, but Oh really? We've got air superiority. That's insane. Actually, it doesn't tell us because we're only sending volunteers and we're not in the war yet. Where are our other divisions? They're just moving without strategically redeploying, which is weird. And in the north, we're going to have some extra divisions soon enough. We can actually push through. Damn arrow from the battle plan. That's so very annoying. So they're trying to attack us, but they're going to fail. Because our troops have way too much armor for them to deal with. Okay, so they've got quite a lot of guys here. It says we're still winning, but... Okay, so we want them to be occupied here, actually. But I'm not sure if we can get them to still be occupied. Can you please stop? Okay. I want these guys to surround this one enemy division. Oh, never mind. Okay, so that's not good. There's way too many Japanese troops here, but there is an opportunity here because there's only a militia guarding this part of the front. So we can easily push through there. They're going to send reinforcements. They've got some marines around there, but that's going to be fine. Now what I'm really worried about is my flank, because there's only a Chinese infantry division over here, but this infantry division looks to be pretty well equipped, so that's fine. We have some supply problems though. That's probably because, yeah, there's a little bit of a bottleneck over here in this supply region, which is very unfortunate. So we cannot push through here, but maybe we can if we can get some extra armor. Okay, so they're trying to make us retreat, but since we've got armored divisions, we're gonna be fine. And is he gaining skill? Yes, he is. So soon enough, he will be able to pick better tactics than our opponents. We want this one to be a distraction attack. Then over here, we're going to pour in with the main attack. Hopefully, once this one combat is resolved, this one attack that the Japanese are doing against us. In the north, our division is holding the line in the last possible province that we need to hold. Though it looks like there's also a bit of an issue here. Yeah, our troops are going to get cut off here. So I'm going to want to retreat to the Chinese infantry division. And what are you doing? Why is it doing that? I needed them to make a counterattack over here. Okay, so we're going to be able to hold for at least a little bit while we organize some kind of relief effort. Okay, so in the south we're starting to do real well. And once we break through into this plains area, we can actually probably just come in from the south to rescue our troops. How many divisions are here? Well, way too many. Okay. So I'm going to want to leave them and hope that they disperse in some way. Okay, good. So we made the breakthrough. And the counterattack failed. Good. So we're going to have one infantry division stay here, along with the cavalry division is going to move here into the hills to make certain that these guys don't escape. And then I'm going to take the rest of my armor and send them up. I'm going to have the less experienced mechanized corps go over here, go over here, and the other mechanized corps go through the other road, along with the infantry division supporting. fact, these guys are going to busy the enemy, which is great. Radio is complete, good. I'm going to research the T-3476, or yeah, the T-3476, which is going to take only 160 days. We're going to be able to produce that fairly quickly. We can actually move here. So we're starting to make good progress with our breakthrough. I hope that we can get here before the enemy. Good. So we've surrounded these 3 enemy divisions. Our allies should be able to hold the flanks. I actually left the proletarian motorized division to hold the line. Okay. So I can actually use them to help out fighting these marines. Oh, they have sent some divisions here. Unfortunate. Okay, so they're starting to counterattack quite a lot. Okay, so we sent the divisions to the People's Republic of China. That's great. They're here. And they should hold this area of the front, because it's the most important part. That's very annoying right now that they are able to damage our troops, but once their counterattack runs out of steam... should be able to take them out. No. The Japanese do have a lot of divisions, which is not good. And we're getting pushed away even north, which is where we should be stronger. Okay, so we've got that out of the way. I'm actually going to get this guy to go off of the planning because I really need this one motorized, or rather armored division to be up as much as possible. I'm also going to do that. Can I get through? No, I cannot. I really want to hold this area though, because if they can come in and cut off my divisions again, there's no way I can make a relief effort for that. And they're just counterattacking me severely, so there's really no way I can actually reach my troops in time, because right now they're actually losing. They will last another 15 days, 16, depending on the estimate. And yeah, no. Because I don't think I'll be able to break through in time. I really wish the plan was not so annoying. There are these 2 provinces that if I can take them, then at least I can pocket all these enemy divisions. But I'm not sure I can pocket them. I'm really not sure. Because the Japanese AI is being fairly aggressive, and that's, well, good for it. Not good for me, though. And they're bringing in reinforcements, obviously, so... yeah, our troops here are gonna get destroyed. That's very unfortunate, because the Turkestan Mountain Division is veteran, and this one is regular and halfway to veteran, or to seasoned, so that's a bit of a problem. Okay, so we've got this ready, and we can actually move in already to get the encirclement down. They're only bringing in a militia division, which is actually already out of supply, so that's good. And these guys are also suffering some supply issues. But we're going to take... another 9 days. Yeah, that's gonna take a long time to actually finish off these guys. Actually, if we can get this province under our control... I can take out this guy and get this province as well, and that's going to close the pocket as well. And eventually win us a war, probably. So these guys are trying to attack there, that's not a good idea. No. Okay, no, never mind. Just defend Hefei. I want these guys still attacking there because it's going to reduce their chance to actually go and help somewhere else. Oh boy, they're trying to get there. Please get there before the enemy. Good, they have, but unfortunately that's a lot of enemy divisions. Not sure if I can hold. Over here I can pocket this one Marine division, which is, I guess, good. It's better than nothing, definitely. And they're counterattacking me over here to make certain that I cannot attack over here. In fact, they have managed to reinforce the area, which is very unfortunate. And this one is very, 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 very worrying. I don't like that to be there at all. In fact,